Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to auscastnetwork.com for details.
In a world where everyone says hello,
they dare to say,
g'day.
Yeah, g'day.
Yeah, g'day.
Yeah, g'day. Yes. Good day. Yeah. G'day. G'day. Yeah. G'day. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Good day.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
Good day.
G'day. Hey. Yeah. G'day. Yeah. G'day, Tim.
Yeah, g'day, Leon.
Yeah. G'day, everyone.
Yeah, hello, everyone.
Welcome to Yeah G'day, the complete guide to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
For the first week in a while, Tim and I weren't together on the weekend, so we can have that fun banter about Tim. How was your weekend?
Good, thank you for asking.
All right, don't yell at me. That's
How
fine.
was yours?
Yeah, fine.
This is some good banter, yeah.
I have become reacquainted with Lego.
Yes, I saw the Lego on the couch upstairs. I've literally been home about 20 minutes.
Yeah. And
so.
we all know what happens when I get reacquainted with something. I go a little bit crazy. So watch the Lego Brickumentary.
I saw that Black Panther Lego. I still haven't watched it, but I saw it. Is that what it was?
Well, yeah. So I watched that documentary, which is excellent if you haven't seen it. And then I was like, I wonder if I like Lego, because I don't remember how much I liked Lego as a child, if I did at all, which Mum will tell me. And I watched that, I think, the day after I'd watched Black Panther. And so, yeah, I went to the shops and bought a Black Panther Lego set with a battle rhino in it.
Fantastic.
Boys.
I haven't seen it. I didn't know there was battle rhinos.
The fucking rhino. And then...
Spoiler.
What was the other thing I got? I got some random blocks. And then yesterday, they do an architecture series. I think I'm into Lego architecture. I built the London skyline. Took me about 2.5 hours.
The entire London skyline.
Yeah, it's got London Eye, Big Ben, other things.
Bloody well done.
Bridges. Anyway.
Found something to waste your money on. That's fantastic.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the thing, is that it's back to me being like,
good stuff.
$700 for a Disney castle seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I've got plenty of disposable income. Why the fuck not?
Yeah,
right.
And speaking of blocks and building, Tim, let's talk about something unrelated. So we got an email the other week from our good friend Ali Shit My Pants Chance. So that was nice. She submitted it through our website, so that's pretty cool. You can do that.
That's something that's possible, yeah.
Subject, pod topic,
Yeah.
message. I'm just reading out the subject.
You're going to read it word for word. Fantastic.
Yeah, I thought it'd be nice. It's like fan mail. So I don't know if you guys would be interested in covering this topic, but on the off chance, would you consider covering Eurovision and how Australia got into a European Song Contest? Eurovision 2018 is coming up in mid-May, and I'm a sucker for it. But it's baffling to me that there are non-European countries in it. As always, love your show, Alison. Don't know who Alison is, but Ali Shimon.
Not sure who that is.
She also left out, I think there's some subtext about you can't wait for the Japan tour or the American tour.
She usually puts that in.
Yeah.
Look, Ali, we did consider it, and we've decided to go in a very different direction. No, I'm kidding. We're going to talk about it.
Eurovision.
Yes.
Tim's half awake.
Yeah.
Less than.
I've spent the weekend in the Hunter. Thanks for asking, by the way.
Well, you said, I said, how was your weekend? You said good.
Yeah.
You should have been like...
Well, I thought you were going to ask me to elaborate.
No, well, how was the Hunter?
I was drinking a lot of wine, and I've been back at work all day, and now I'm tired. Let's continue with the...
We're in great conditions.
Yeah.
Eurovision Song Contest, don't care about. Not going to talk about that. What's the point?
Oh, no, I'll give you very quick facts. Started in 1956 by a bunch of member countries. It's kind of heralded as part of the attempt to... Because prior to, World War I, World War II were kind of big events at the end of... Europe was a powder keg for quite a long time up until that point.
Yes.
And then World War II happened, and you had like the United Nations and everything that came out of that. And the European Union... was starting to come into its own or become an idea as well. And Eurovision was an idea that they used to try and promote, cultural diversity and cross-European culture and peace amongst European countries. So
was it passed by the UN? Was it one of the...
I don't know if it's specifically by the UN,
but
that's kind of their tagline, yeah.
What are we going to do, Sven? I don't know, Holger, but...
what if we get them to sing? And to give a bit of background, anyone that hasn't watched Eurovision, you've got to watch it because the performances are just phenomenally ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's what it's known for, is the crazy, crazy performances.
They're getting tame.
They are getting tamer.
Because I remember many years ago, so I get confused because there's that musical Eurobeat, which is about Eurovision, or like a Eurovision, which is pretty funny. But sometimes I forget that the songs in Eurovision are actually that ridiculous, so I always get confused with this one. But it actually happened in Eurovision in about 2010, I think. Ireland had a song called Etc. That was what the song was called, and the words were Etc.
Yeah. And in 2013, I believe, Ireland again had topless men hitting drums on the stage.
Oh, that was good.
That was a good performance.
Glitter drums.
There's always, and if there's like confetti falling from the ceiling, maybe some fireworks. That's
dripping.
The stuff you're looking for. You're looking for big, flashy, ridiculous stuff, or a solo artist singing an incredibly emotional song in a language I can't understand and being very dramatic about it.
Yeah, and
any
then
of the above is
having
fine with
some like contemporary dance going on behind them.
Yeah,
there was a year, I think it might have been the 2010 Ireland year. Lot of travelator work, lot of treadmills going on, which was exciting.
Year of the treadmill.
But like, what was that? What was the metal band that won? That with the face mask. They won. They're pretty crazy.
Yeah, there's actually quite a few big stars or people who have kind of become Conchita Wurst. Won Eurovision. Yeah.
Are you going to just skip over ABBA, or are you getting to that?
Well, I was getting to ABBA. Celine Dion competed in Eurovision.
Did she win?
Although not, she's like Canadian, but I think she sang
French Canadian, isn't she?
Yeah. I don't know if she won, but yeah, ABBA's the biggest thing to come out of Eurovision.
ABBA's the biggest and the best thing, and their performance is also really good. Like, I watched their performance and I was like, oh, this is great.
So anyway,
that's Eurovision, and we don't get out of here, Eurovision. You're not part of Australia.
4 years ago, they said, "Oi!" Oh no, 5 years ago, they brought us in to perform for some reason. I don't even know
it was like
why.
the interval act.
Yeah, we just kind of like did a performance at the finals.
Yep.
And then the next year, they were like, "Hey, do you want to perform? Do you want to like actually be in the competition?"
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh, are we allowed?"
Yeah. It was basically like Australia being like, "Let me just ask Mum, hey, can I be in Eurovision, please?"
So we debuted in 2015 when it was held in Vienna with Guy Sebastian.
Look, Australia's sweetheart,
fluffy-haired sweetheart.
Australia's Afro boy.
He performed his heart out. He did a good job. But
he was.
We came fifth that year, which was pretty good.
Yeah,
to rank in the top 10.
Yeah. First year top 10.
And then obviously we've continued on from there.
Yeah, we've had two since then.
Yeah. Demi Im.
Yep, Demi Im, who's our best ranking.
Yeah, she came second.
Yeah, which, to be honest with you, Diane, I'm not a big Dami fan.
Yeah, not me either. And then Isaiah Firebrace, who I honestly still have no effing idea who that even is.
I watched it, super boring.
Nice he came
song.
9th. We're still in the top 10.
Yeah, nice song. Eurovision used to be, to me, about the performances, and it's moving more now, I feel, to the songs, which is a lot of people standing and singing, which is not what I'm there for. I'm there for the over-the-top camp stuff.
Yeah. So I think originally we were supposed to only be in it once.
Yes.
2015 was supposed to be a standalone, but they invited us back.
Well,
now
we're great.
Yeah, we are. We go all right. We go all right. Our performance is always pretty good as well.
We write good songs.
Now we get shit because we're not in Europe. But did you know there was a country other than Australia who joined Eurovision well before us, who's not technically part of Eurasia either?
Oh, really?
Morocco joined the competition in 1980, and they're technically in Africa.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Morocco, they're definitely part of it. Oh, well, there you go. So we're not.
But like
we're not
you could argue Morocco is kind of very European,
but
it is technically in Africa. But the reason they let Australia in is they say that we have very close ties because of the Commonwealth with UK and by association with the European Union.
Well, with Brexit, are we really invited anymore?
Look, I don't know what's going to happen.
Are they invited?
I don't know what's coming up.
Are they going to kick out England?
But I reckon maybe Eurovision's on the move. Maybe they're going to start inviting everyone. Eventually. And it'll become more of a world competition.
World Vision. Wait, that's a thing.
that already exists, and it's very different to this.
I would pay good money to watch the New Zealand act. I feel like they'd
be funny.
They'd
do
lean
well.
into Eurovision.
Yeah.
They'd just get Jermaine, Tyker, and Brett to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird that we're allowed in. I don't know if you're going to get to this. Have you got in your facts about the strange deal that they cut with the devil about if we win?
No, I do not.
Because if we win, so that's the thing about Eurovision. If we win, we have to choose the city, country that it's performed in. We can't have it here. Because
technically, the winner hosts the next year.
Yeah. This year it's Portugal.
Yeah. So Portugal won last year, so they're hosting this year. Yeah, so we can't host in Australia. That's the rule.
That's the weirdest part about it to me. It's not weird that Australia's in Eurovision. It's that if we win, they're like, right, you're in, but if you win, you can't have it.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to. It's like, well, fuck, why are we here?
Yeah. Now look, Eurovision, I think they also let us in. Eurovision has a cult following in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
I know other countries, obviously Ali's in the US, and those guys kind of know about it. But in Australia, it has a real cult following. Everybody knows when Eurovision's on.
Eurovision parties.
And you have Eurovision parties and stuff like that. And I think that has a lot to do with why we ended up being, or at least first of all, being asked to perform and then being let into the competition specifically. So we first saw Eurovision, SBS, Special Broadcasting Service, which, if you don't live in Australia, SBS is very known. It used to be known for broadcasting kind of weird, odd stuff, but basically it's very international.
And porn after 10 p.m.
Yeah, there's a lot of porn on there. But it's very international, quite diverse. It has SBS Pop Asia, where they play Korean and Japanese and Chinese music, and they play all sorts of international movies.
Lots
and fantastic
of world movies.
World TV shows, like If You Are the One, which is an amazing Chinese dating show that everybody should watch because it's friggin' hilarious.
Documentaries, a lot of good documentaries.
Yeah. And that's what SBS is known for. And they kind of basically it started playing in 1983, and they've kind of built it up, and they've had different commentators. The big ones that everyone knows, who are kind of the ones who've been in the seat since I think 2009,
and have done the best job to date.
Julia Zemiro and Sam Pang.
Yes. Everyone knows how much I love Julia Zemiro.
Yeah.
More than words themselves.
But apparently, I didn't read this until just then. 2017, they replaced it with Joel Creasy and Miff Warhurst.
Yep, they did. They really did.
Got to bring Julia back. I don't worry about Sam Pang. I mean, bring him back because they've got a good dynamic. But
SBS. I guess we've kind of got some pull with you because you're a bit of a public network, so we're public.
I don't know why you take Julia off.
Hey, bring Julia. Bring Julia Zemiro back because I love Miff Warhurst. She was great on Specs and Specs as a team captain, but she did not host that show. I've never listened to her radio show. She wasn't good. And Joel Creasy was also not good.
Look, I think they had a good thing going with Julia.
But before that,
Sam, but they do what they do.
Before Miff and Sam, not Miff and Sam, Julia and Sam, wasn't it Effie?
It was Effie. Yeah.
Which is the best. For anyone that doesn't know who Effie is, she is like this... I guess she's almost like a parody of a typical... is she Italian or Greek? I think Effie's
she's Greek, yeah. So she's a character played by an Australian actress, Mary Costas. And she's like... I mean, they probably took her off because it's... not exactly PC.
Yeah, it was it was definitely the kind of thing that we did in Australia back then, and now it's kind of like, we can't do that anymore.
Yeah, we definitely can't do that
She was very funny, though. I loved it.
Yeah, but she played that very stereotypical Greek woman.
Yeah, big hair, like blairy
big
clothes.
Voice. Yeah. She
was great.
Yeah.
But so she would. I would actually like to see some of her hosting it because my history and memory is just Julia and Sam, which I maintain are probably the best commentators around the world.
Yeah. No, they're very good.
You also don't get to watch a lot of Eurovision, do you? Because when Eurovision's on, the person starts singing and then you just have commentators. Like, you have commentators for music. Can you imagine being at a concert?
Yeah.
And then being like...
Would you shut
Oh, this is a great set. Oh, wow, I love this song.
Yes, I know. It's
This
good.
song's from 1983.
Shut the fuck up. But hey, here's the thing.
Okay, tell me a thing.
I mean, like, Australia's been represented in Eurovision, but they're not the first Australians to actually perform.
Right.
So there have been other Australians. Peter Doyle and Marty Christian represented the UK way back in 1972 in Edinburgh. Olivia Newton-John represented the UK in 1974.
Well, she is from there.
Sort of ish, yeah.
What do you mean, sort of ish?
Well, I mean, she's from here, mate.
No, she's not. She's from England.
No, she's from here.
She's from England.
No,
we're gonna have to sit down and watch that bloody Olivia fucking mini series.
I would rather kill myself.
I'm just gonna call up Delta Goodrum. Hi, Delta. Where was Olivia Newton-John born? Anyway.
Also, fuck off.
Second point.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah, heaps. I'm not gonna read them all out. That would just be boring.
There's actually it's a list of like 8.
Yeah. Oh no, there's more than that. Maybe like 9.
There was someone last year.
Last year,
that wasn't us.
Anne Janissen, I think you're talking about.
Yeah, what was she? Sweden or something?
She's from the Blue Mountains.
Yeah.
She has Danish parents. She represented Denmark.
Yeah.
She got 20th place.
Because I remember, should have been an Australian team. We got better than that. Because I remember them like interviewing her and stuff, and I was like, is she Australian?
Yeah.
Surely you're not allowed there.
We've kind of been in there performing for different countries because that's kind of the thing. Like, the person performing for the country only has to have reasonably loose ties to that country.
I think
which is how like Celine Dion performed for. I think she performed for like Switzerland or Sweden or something like that.
I think they just have to have like residency,
maybe some kind
or
of heritage that's connected
birthright?
there or something like that. Yeah,
a birthright to the throne.
It's
of
interesting.
That country.
It's interesting.
Where could we perform?
Where
my
could we
birthright?
perform?
Yeah, I don't have one.
Nowhere.
Mine's Australia. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely nowhere. So our big girl going into this one, who actually was the first person to represent Australia, although not competing at Eurovision as Australia, is Jess Malboy. Yeah.
So she was that intermission act.
So yeah, in 2014, I think it was, she was the performer.
Right.
And then obviously we followed up with Gaia in our first actual competition.
Mm.
Yeah, so she's performing. We had an exclusive YouTube listen to
deep in the YouTube
song
depths.
as we were getting ready for this.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It was all right. The thing is,
I think it'll perform better than it sounds.
Yeah, and she's a great live performer, but I know that, not that I've ever seen her live, I just assume she is. But like, I know that Australia won't camp it up enough is the problem. But that's why I think we're getting second. I think Dami Im might have camped it up a bit. Like, I think she had a big old dress and had some shit going on. But yeah, Jessica Malboy's good. People probably know of Jessica Malboy because of the Sapphires, which I'm teaching at the moment. But that was like a movie that people saw.
Yeah. AKA Australian Dreamgirls.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what else but what did she won? Was she Australian Idol?
Yeah. Guy Sebastian and Jessica Malboy are both Australian Idol alumni.
And Dami Im and Isaiah are both X Factor, I believe.
X Factor or one of those other shows.
I think the deal or Australia's Got Talent, one of those two.
Yeah.
Actually,
maybe Australia's Got Talent for Dami.
I don't know. I feel like Danny Minogue's on all of them.
I don't watch any of those shows, so
I think one of the deals might have been that if you won it, you got to be Eurovision. But
Maybe
I think the reason
Voice?
they do that, pardon, the Voice? No, it wasn't the Voice. I think the reason they do that though is because if you win if you win one of those competitions, you have the country's public behind you that have voted for you.
Yeah.
So they assume that's like great.
It's like Australia's picked someone. Yeah.
Just send John Farnham over.
Oh, Johnny would tear that shit
Johnny
up.
would just win. Johnny would be like, "Excuse me, just give me the trophy, please."
I don't know why we don't send John Farnham. He would tear that shit up. Send him and Barnsey.
Oh.
And they can sing When Something's Wrong with My Baby.
Oh.
Send that bad boy in. Oh, they will tear that shit up.
That would kill. But see, like, think of the campiness of You're the Voice with the bagpipe section. Like, bring out a whole team of bagpipe boys. Yeah. That would win the competition.
It would be incredible. I don't know why they won't let us do that.
Why are they listening to us?
I think they have to perform like an original song, though.
You're the Voice is an original song by John Farnham.
Yeah. I mean, like, original, not 30 to 40 years old.
It's a remix.
Yeah.
More bagpipes. But see, that's it. So that's the other thing we haven't talked about. It's hard talking about Eurovision trying to focus on Australia and not talk about Eurovision itself. But Eurovision songs, they usually are, how you say, nonsense.
Yeah.
Because they like, but they like the European countries have like a year or maybe more, where they train this person, they write
Yeah.
this song, and they like hours and hours.
The songs tend to be in English as well, although they'll sometimes be in their native tongue.
I like them when they're in their tongue
But
because I think the
often they're in
subtitles
English.
usually make the song more obscure.
Yeah, for sure. I think that there should be an Asia Pacific region one. Can you imagine how good it would be?
Oh, all the K-pop.
Yeah, because you got
versus the
K-pop,
J-pop.
J-pop,
Pop,
China
pop.
and Taiwan both have awesome. Technically, Russia's in the Pacific as
pop.
well, so you could get some of that crazy Russian pop music in
Russian
there.
music appearing next to all the K-pop and J-pop.
Yeah.
It's been like,
But then,
what
like,
are you guys doing?
the US and Canada are also in there as well, so you got they'll send their people,
Yeah.
and then South America. It's like such a massive region.
Don't we get to be part of? Aren't we part of Asia Pacific?
Oh yeah, technically we're in the Asia Pacific. Oh, if we restrict it to the Asia Pacific,
Yeah.
and maybe like the islands, that'd be a sick competition.
Basically, Australia's allowed in every song competition
yeah,
because we're everyone's friend.
we're everyone's best bud.
Any other Australian facts about Eurovision?
That's kind of it. It looks like Miff and Joel are up again to do it commentary this year.
Yeah, to ruin it. It's
Yeah, right. No, bring it down. Why
no,
not?
I won't say that.
No.
Never seen Joel Creasy do anything.
Look,
but
I don't watch the semi-finals.
no.
I only ever watch the finals because I don't want it. Because it's the same performance. They don't have like multiple songs. They just perform the same song over and over
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
And I would prefer to see it all at once because that's part of the fun of it, is seeing how insane these performances are. And if I hear about one in the semis or something that is like especially crazy, then you can just YouTube it now.
I do agree with you, but I also think that watching the semifinals is good because the people that don't make it through are shit to some extent, which means that they sometimes pull some really wacky shit.
Yeah, but
And so you miss the
one.
wacky shit.
Yeah.
Oh, but then in Facebook, you don't miss bloody anything nowadays. It all gets shared and liked.
It's all, they listen to your microphone when you're talking. And then next thing you know, you're in Portugal because you bought 2 Qantas tickets.
What? I had the dates on my phone, but now they're gone. I'm pretty sure Eurovision is the 8th, 10th, and 12th.
I had it up before. I think you're close. Maybe you're like just a day off. I think Eurovision, the first one is on the 9th. I definitely remember that. Hang on, I'm just bringing it up.
Oh, I think I was looking at it local dates, not Australia dates.
Well,
Maybe
you were. Yeah, 8th till the 12th is the whole thing.
Yeah, so I think it's 8th, 10th, and 12th in Portugal. So 8th and 10th are the semi-finals, and 12th is the grand final.
It's the big one.
And then I assume that for Australia, that means we're watching it 9th, 11th, and 13th.
Yeah, something like that.
Unless you can stay up and watch it. So that's part of the thing. We were talking about this before. So you have Eurovision parties where you get all your friends over to watch Eurovision, and it's a thing that people do down here.
Yeah.
And with those Eurovision parties, sometimes people watch them when they are airing, and so I know people that have gotten up for or stayed up till 3 a.m. partying to watch the Eurovision competition. I'm not one of those people.
No, sir. I'll watch the replay.
I usually watch the 7 p.m. replay.
Yeah, 7 p.m. replay is what I'm all about.
Speaking of Eurovision, ABBA are doing a holographic tour, I believe.
Yeah, right. That doesn't make any sense.
But they've written new songs, which means they've gotten back in the studio together for the first time in all these years.
That seems like... Why would you not just do a tour? That seems like more effort. You write a bunch of new songs and then you record it so that it can be sent out in hologram. Just do a tour.
Number one, because they're old, and number two, what's her name became a recluse and said that she'd never come again and stopped speaking English as well.
Oh, right. No, good on her.
Don't you know anything about ABBA, mate?
Anyway, she's doing all right.
That was a side note about ABBA. Tim, what is that sound?
I don't know. What is it?
It's Harold Holt Watch. That was close to...
Flawless.
But
I would say it was probably the best one for a while.
Definitely for a while. I felt some tension there, though, of neither of us knowing. Even I felt a little bit unsure, which is uncommon because I'm always so sure. Cocksure and headstrong.
Yeah, right. Definitely not cockstrong. All right, let me read you this. Because I've got it.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Just to clarify that situation.
A little bit of context.
Yeah,
Tim has the
I'm going
Harold.
to bed straight after this. I'm going to eat some fish fingers first, so... All right.
You can
That's
tell
what's happening. I'm just laying out the facts.
Tell where a fish has been by cutting open its guts. If you cut open Tim's, it would just be
fish
That was a
fingers.
quote from the Sapphires that I'm teaching at the moment with Jessica Malboy.
Yeah,
Anyway,
right. No,
Come on.
I think you mentioned
Give
that.
me your bloody watch.
Hi, boys. I can't tell you my name because of the secrecy surrounding the information I'm about to give you. If it comes out I leaked this info, I could get in some serious trouble because of the NDA, that's non-disclosure agreement, that everyone involved had to sign. Basically, I work as a road crew for the Australian Eurovision team, helping get our shit ready for the competition. I can give you exclusive info that during Jess Malboy's performance, Harold Holt is going to be lowered onto the stage from above, surrounded by spinning, flaming hoops in what is hoped to be his triumphant return.
Oh,
The
Jesus.
team think his reappearance in such a way is sure to tip us over the edge for votes. Keep an eye out, fellas. It's going to be big. Anonymous.
Wow.
Yeah. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first.
My loins are gurgling. I'm so excited.
Ugh, they shouldn't be doing that. No, you
I
gotta
have to
see
go
a
to the
doctor.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing it.
Can't wait.
But what
for
if it doesn't happen now?
Well, we'll just
Maybe
have
this
to,
person leaking it.
just have to watch it. You know, maybe
Yeah.
the person leaking it is Harold trying to distract us from where he'll really be. He might be appearing on an episode of Home and Away, and we won't be watching next. We're watching Eurovision.
Nobody's watching Home and Away, so you could be on pretty much any night of the week, I guess.
That's the truth. Well, thanks, Ali Ship My Pants Chance,
Yeah.
for that. I hope you learnt something. Basically, to summarise, Australia cut a deal with the devil. We get to be in Eurovision, but we're never allowed to host it in our own country. It's a curse.
And you can't. Ha ha ha.
Yeah,
Ha, ha,
and America
ha,
can get.
ha.
I
But
think
Morocco can from 1980.
Move to Morocco.
Yeah.
I think Ali's into it because she's not your typical American princess.
And she teaches German,
yeah.
and she knows a lot about German culture. So that's probably how she...
That's what I meant. I didn't
Came
mean she
across.
wasn't your typical American princess for anything but the fact that she teaches German.
Right.
And she might be an American princess. I don't know. Are you royalty? But yeah, I think the German, the interest in Europe and her trips over there, and who knows where she's from originally. Maybe Germany.
Her mum's womb.
In Germany.
Yeah.
Great. As always, thanks to Teylor Smirl, Smell Smelly Tea, Smelly Belly, What a Girly,
Yep. And
for
thanks.
our cover up.
Yeah, no, you've
Shut your
finished. And thanks to Curtis Fernance, Fern Tree Music. How you doing, mate? You doing all right? At least reply. Fuck.
How is Curtis doing?
No, I think he's all right.
It's a fair question.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he's doing all
Probably
right.
waiting for his royalties.
Yeah.
You can give us royalties at www.patreon.com/Yeagerday.
Yeah.
Um,
Only if you've got a particularly thriving royalty business. I don't know what that is.
royalty
Something
share.
that's giving you a lot of royalties.
So that's something you can do. You can find us on all the social media at Yeagerday Podcast, www.yeagerday.com and yeagerdaypodcast@gmail.com. Share it with your friends. And the podcast recommendation for this week is Hong Kong Confidential with Jules Hannaford. I think it's Hannaford. But, you know, check that out. It's part of the Auscast Network. Thanks, boys, for having us there. And Omny Studio. All that. Done.
Yeah.
Let's go get some sleep so we can watch Eurovision in the coming days.
Yes.
Tweet at us, but also Instagram at us or Facebook us about your Eurovision watching and how you feel about Harold's performance.
Yeah. I hope he's in spandex.
I hope he is singing for Jessica Malboy because she might be a bit rusty.
Maybe he'll lip sync and she'll sing from behind the stage.
That'd be so good. Excellent. As always, yeah, g'day, Tim.
Yeah, g'day, Leon.
Yeah, g'day, everyone.
Yeah, g'day, everyone. Catch you on the flippity flop.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to auscastnetwork.com for details.